Okay, folks. So in 1927, scientists in the US and Germany simultaneously discovered, or really isolated, the estrogen called estrone. So Edgar Allen, Edward Doisy, and Adolphe Butenandt purified and crystallized this hormone estrone from, delicious, pregnant women's urine, right? So they took a lot of urine and were able to kind of concentrate the estrone down and identified it. And on the slide below, this is some light microscopy of crystallized estrone, and I thought it was very nice to include because it's a beautiful image of estrogen. Now, it wasn't exactly clear what this hormone did, what estrone did. So chemists, what they could do is they could actually synthesize these hormones in a lab and then label them with radioactivity. So scientists were able to make both estrogen and testosterone and kind of put a little label onto it. And they would take these chemicals and inject it into a mouse or a rat to see where they would stick. So for example, I am terrible at drawing, folks, so please forgive me. Okay, that is a mouse. Let's say we injected that mouse with some estrogen. You would expect the label to show up in, for example, the ovary, where much of this is made. So scientists were starting to draw a link between the hormone and where in the body it functions. And so analogous experiments were performed in other types of species to help us understand more about how hormones work. So for example, you could put these hormones into an organism such as the fruit fly and then take a deep dive look at what was happening at the DNA level. Remember, folks, that the DNA is the set of instructions for the human body or for this fly's body. And what they would see is when they put these hormones in, there would be these chromosome puffs. You can see how this DNA is kind of puffed up at various parts, right? This indicated that the hormone was somehow influencing the gene, but it was unclear. And so this is how science kind of has developed through time in terms of our understanding of hormones. Up next, we're going to do a bit of a deeper dive into the science of hormones. Okay, folks, so today we started off by kind of orienting ourselves to what exactly steroid hormones are. There are 2 main classifications and 5 subclassifications. We're focusing on sex steroids. And we jumped into, just briefly, the history of sex steroid hormones. You know, for a long time it was just kind of observational that folks with more estrogen had more traditionally female attributes, but we really didn't know that that was due to estrogen. And then in more modern times, starting to isolate these hormones to see what do they do to various organisms. With that, I will leave you with this cat meme of testosterone kitty. See you in class.